Hey everyone, it's Melody here with Design by Melody, and I have something a little bit different for you today. So, I am starting an All About Me album. I have had this album for a little bit. I had purchased the actual binder as well as the pages to put in it quite some time ago at Michael's, and I wasn't really sure when I wanted to do it, but I was inspired by Sarah Swan actually. She has her weight loss journal, and I didn't really want to do a weight loss journal because to me, diets and things don't work for me because I get so caught up with the fact that I'm not losing the weight that I want to lose that I just kind of get lost in it. So, what I decided to do is make an album kind of all about me and my focus on myself. Which would include mind, body, and spirit. So that's what this is going to be about. And I'm just going to periodically put updates in here. I'm not going to keep it like incredibly structured, but I do want to kind of use it as a way to inspire myself, especially when I may be losing focus or just need to kind of get back to myself and who I am. So I'm flipping through all the pages here and I just pulled out a couple different ones. And I have a variety of supplies sitting here, but I'm really not going to use a whole lot. This page right here is more about the journaling aspect of it. Now, I am not sure how many photos I'm going to include in this entire album. I'm not sure what exactly I'm going to include, but I'm just going to kind of go with it. I do know that I am wearing my pedometer now again, and I'm kind of keeping track of the number of steps that I'm doing. I'm trying to hit 10,000 steps a day, regardless of what I do. So, right after I had actually done this page, Kaylin and I went to the zoo. We met my younger sister there with her son, and it's about an hour and a half away from here, the zoo in North Carolina. But I think we did like 14,000 steps that day. And so I kind of printed out on my pedometer because it gave me a couple of different like milestones. I think I had gotten a note on my pedometer that says I had walked like the width of New Zealand, not in that day, but it's about the lifetime that I'd had my pedometer. So those type of things are things that I want to include in here because those are motivating types of things. So anyways, showing you what I'm doing, I am just simply titling this All About Me. Now I did have to go back later and add glue behind those alphas because they're not incredibly sticky and I don't want them to fall off, especially since this page is not in a page protector. Then I'm using these Kaisercraft mini tile, I think they're micro mini tile alphas, and I'm just putting mind, body, and spirit. So it says All About Me, ... mind, body, and spirit. And then I'm going to use, I'm actually doing the gluing now. I have a number of things here on my desk that I'm going to work with. I have some rub-ons, I have stickers, I have labels, I have washi tape strips, I have alphas, I have regular stickers, I have just a whole slew of things, and I'm going to use a bunch of different things on this page in particular. I'm trying to keep it fairly flat so it doesn't really bother me to have a bunch of flat embellishments. I don't have much dimension, but I'm doing that on purpose. I know sometimes it can seem extremely flat and you want to add dimension to it, but that's kind of my goal with this album, just to keep it kind of flat and, just to add the journaling and the story, because that's kind of that's the reason I'm doing this. So I'm going to tell you a little bit as you watch me embellish here. And I'm just going to kind of flip back and forth between the back of the page and the front of the page, and I'm going to do my journaling. So I'm going to read you my journaling, and then I'll kind of explain it a little bit. So it says, the other day I watched a YouTube video about dieting and living a healthy lifestyle and why it doesn't work for most people. This video spoke to me. I have the hardest time sticking to diets and exercise plans because I feel like I'm restricting myself, and eventually I just break and quit it completely. And that is so true, by the way. As soon as I feel like I'm restricting myself, it's like I can't do it anymore. I just can't handle it. But anyways, second paragraph. The video made a point about stop doing what you think is best for your body and let your body tell you what is best for it. Make decisions based on how it will make your body feel. For example, don't choose a salad for dinner because you are quote unquote supposed to. Pick the option that will make you feel satisfied and refreshed, not so full you feel heavy and need a nap. Know the difference between cravings, between a craving and what you really need. Now, this YouTube video that I'm referencing was from the YouTube channel Oh, crap. I can't think of it. I think it's Clean and Simple, possibly. But it's Danny Danny Spies, I think it's how you say her name. But she was a personal trainer, and I believe she's not a nutritionist, but I believe she's like a wellness coach. And she had made a point about how she felt her healthiest when she was pregnant, because when she was pregnant, she made decisions based on how she felt. And didn't worry about the weight that she gained, didn't worry about, going to the gym every single night, but really paid attention to her body and what her body needed. And that, I can totally relate to that, because when I was pregnant with Kaylin, I ate fruit every night because it just tasted delicious. It was a way to get a sweet treat without having to eat like a bowl of ice cream and feeling so heavy, afterwards, or just sick to your stomach afterwards. That's just one example. I drank milk all the time. I had chocolate milk. I don't know why, but I love chocolate milk when I was pregnant, and so I just did that, and that again was something that was really good for my body, something I don't normally do. I walked a lot just because I was really into getting the fresh air, because I was pregnant kind of at the end of the summer and in the fall, and I just really enjoyed getting the fresh air. It just made me feel really good. So that video really, really spoke to me, because I could totally relate to that. I could totally relate to, forgetting about everything and just doing what your body feels good with. And so that's kind of what my plan is from this point on. Stop dieting, stop doing what I'm quote unquote supposed to do, and just start doing things that make me feel good. So I'm going to read you the back of the journaling. And it says, the same goes for exercise. Do what makes your body feel the best. Choose yoga if you're tense and need to stretch. Choose cardio if you are stressed and need to work it out. You get the point. Make this about me. What makes me feel best? One of my best feeling times ever was when I was pregnant. I just did what made me feel best and most comfortable, and as a result, I only gained about 7 pounds my entire pregnancy. When all was said and done, I weighed less after my pregnancy than before. I ate a ton of fresh fruits and veggies because they just tasted so good and were so refreshing. I drank a ton of chocolate milk as dessert. This is my promise to myself. Make this all about me. Listen to my body and do what is best for me. Mind, body, and spirit. Time to be selfish. And this is going to be the title page in this album, this All About Me album. I think we as people tend to do a ton of things because we are supposed to do things, and not necessarily choosing the things that are the right things, or the things that, make us feel the best. We diet because we feel like we need to lose weight. Now, of course, there are health reasons why we need to lose weight, but I think a lot of the reasons we think we need to lose weight is because we think that other people will think we look better if we lose weight. So to me, this is all about stopping worrying about what other people think, or what you're supposed to look like, or what you're supposed to do, and really make this about how I feel and what I need to do for my body to make me feel better. So, for example, and you're watching me put stickers and rub-ons and everything else on, but I'm just kind of giving you some background, because this really is more probably therapeutic for myself and motivating than it is about documenting. It's not really about documenting my process. It's more so about keeping myself motivated in this journey to make myself a healthier person. Again, I'm not focusing on losing weight. It's going to be a result of some of the activities I think that I'm going to do, but that is not my main focus here. I was making a point. What was my point? I don't remember what I was going to say. I got distracted. Okay, well, I suppose it'll come back to me. So I was saying, as a society, I believe that we do things because we're supposed to do it. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Okay. So y'all are probably like, okay. Anyways, so for example, recently I've been having some problems with my hip. So I have been feeling like it's, and I don't really know how to describe this because my husband thinks I'm crazy. I tried to explain it to him and he was like, it feels like what? So periodically, and this has only been in the last few months, and I think it has a lot to do with my flexibility as well as my strength. I am overweight. There's no kidding about that. But I am still pretty active. It's not that I just sit around. I just don't eat the best is probably my primary problem. But I've been having issues with my hip, and every once in a while I feel like my hip like almost pops out of socket. I know that's not right. I know that's not what's happening, but that's what it feels like. So I may step funny and then my hip just feels like it goes out. And it's only on my right leg, which is kind of strange. And, it happened like twice in 1 week. Other than that, it would only happen like once every few months. But when it happened twice in 1 week, it really had me getting a little scared because I started thinking like, okay, I'm 32. I cannot be having hip problems because this is not setting me up for anything good in my future. Kaylin and I were shopping for some Halloween supplies one day, and we were walking into a store. We had been shopping, for hours at this point. We were walking into a store, and I went to step, and my hip felt like, I swear it felt like it went out, and I had to sit down. I had to sit down for about 15 minutes before the pain had subsided enough for me to actually walk. And then I kind of walked it out in a sense, like it didn't hurt. I had to walk around to get it kind of like loosen up and everything again. So that really kind of scared me, and that really made me start thinking about, okay, what am I doing? Am I doing anything that's good for my body, or am I really just kind of beating it to death? And that's what kind of prompted this. And then when I watched that YouTube video about taking care of yourself and really making it about what makes you feel good, stop doing all the things that we're supposed to do or what we think we're supposed to do, and really start paying attention to what our body's telling us. Now, I might have a craving for some ice cream, but is that ice cream going to make me feel good afterwards, or am I going to feel heavy and sick to my stomach on just too sweet? When really, yeah, it's a craving, but that's not really what's going to make me feel good, even though I mentally think I need it. So anyways, thank you so much for joining me, guys. I hope to have a lot of these videos up for you. And like I said, it'll be periodic, but I wanted to share this with you because I felt like somebody else might find this useful as well. Thank you again. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.